This music festival was one of the largest in history.
186,000 tickets were sold, but more than 460,000 people showed up.
And it inspired the name of a Peanuts character.
What is it? Find out next on Sarah's Wiki Corner podcast.
It is time for Sarah's Wiki Corner. So, hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello. What are we learning about today on your Wiki Corner?
Well, it is Throwback Thursday today.
You are right.
And our throwback year is 1969.
Yes.
And that is the year that Woodstock was held.
Woodstock, there you go.
Yes.
By the way, today's Wiki Corner brought to you by Niblack Foods of the Genesee Valley Regional Market.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
mentioned that. Yeah. All right, go ahead, please.
All right, so Woodstock was held from August 15th to the 18th, 1969 in Bethel, New York.
Sure.
40 miles southwest of the town of Woodstock. So it wasn't actually in Woodstock.
In Woodstock.
Yeah.
But it sounds better than Bethel.
Bethel. Yeah, it does. Billed as an Aquarian exposition, 3 days of peace and music, it attracted an audience of more than 460,000 people.
That's everybody.
32 acts performed outdoors despite overcast weather and sporadic rain. It was one of the largest music festivals in history and became synonymous with the counterculture of the 1960s.
Counterculture.
Yeah.
There it is, in Woodstock.
So after area villages Saugerties and Wallkill both declined to provide a venue for the festival, Max Yasgur leased one of his dairy farm's fields for the festival.
Oh.
Woodstock was conceived as a profit-making venture, but it became a free concert when circumstances prevented the organizers from installing fences and ticket booths before opening day.
Yeah, they never make that mistake today, by the way.
No. Tickets for the 3-day event cost $18 in advance and $24 at the gate. So that's equivalent to about $150 to $200 today. So that's like some pretty decent money. Ticket sales were limited to record stores in the greater New York City area or by mail. Around 186,000 advance tickets were sold.
How many?
186,000 tickets were sold. But 460,000 people showed up. So a very small amount of those people actually paid for their tickets.
What if you were one of those people who paid?
Wouldn't you be so mad?
And then 300,000 people showed up who didn't pay.
Right. And you're paying like $150, $200.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then it's muddy, dirty.
Right. The organizers had originally anticipated that around 50,000 festival goers would turn up. So they were a little under on that. Yeah. The influx of people to the rural concert site in Bethel created a huge traffic jam. The town of Bethel did not enforce its codes, fearing chaos as crowds flowed to the site.
Sure.
Radio and television descriptions of the traffic jams eventually discouraged people from setting off to the festival. The traffic leading into the event was so awful that the band Sweetwater, which was due to open the festival, didn't make their scheduled start, and Richie Havens had to go on instead. The band was airlifted to the grounds by helicopter so that they could go on second.
Wow.
And there were a number of other performers who also had to travel by air to circumvent the traffic issues.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In April of 1969, Creedence Clearwater Revival was the first act to sign a contract for the event, agreeing to play for $10,000, which is around $83,000. So pretty good.
No, not bad.
The promoters had experienced difficulty in landing big-name groups until Creedence committed to play. Now, Jimi Hendrix was the last to perform at the festival, taking the stage at 8:30 Monday morning after delays caused by the rain. By that point, the audience numbers had fallen to about 30,000 from that estimated peak of like over 400,000. That's still a lot of people.
Still 30,000 is a lot.
Jimi Hendrix was also Woodstock's highest-paid performer, earning $18,000 or roughly $153,000 today.
All right.
So, not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
No.
The festival was remarkably peaceful, given the number of people and the conditions involved. Despite concerns from the town over the anticipated misbehavior of attendees, virtually no reports of violence ever came out of the festival. Yeah. The only real impropriety came as a result of concession food shortages, driving some attendees to loot nearby farmland for corn and produce.
Is that, really? They went to get corn?
I don't know. Yes, apparently.
I'm so hungry, I'll eat corn.
I'll eat an ear of corn raw, I guess. I don't know. Okay. As one of the biggest music festivals of all time and a cultural touchstone for the late 1960s, Woodstock has been referenced in many different ways in popular culture. I did not know this, but Charles Schulz named the Peanuts character Woodstock in tribute to the festival.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had no idea.
I didn't know that
There you
either. What a
The event's
coincidence.
significance was reinforced by a 1970 documentary film, an accompanying soundtrack album, and a song written by Joni Mitchell that became a major hit for Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Cementing its status as a historic site, the concert area was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 2017, and the farm is now known as the Bethel Woods Center for the Arts, and it contains a campus, a museum, and a 15,000-seat amphitheater.
So the guy that owned the farm back then, of course, he doesn't own it anymore. I'm guessing
guess
he
not.
sold the land.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
imagine that.
Yeah, there's a museum there, which I've been to. It's really cool.
Yeah. I wonder what that field looked like before Woodstock and what it looked like right
Before
after
and after, yeah.
Woodstock. Night and day, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so.
All right, you picked out a record to go along with Woodstock, did you, Sarah?
Yeah, so we're going to play that song by Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, inspired by the festival.
Oh.
We're going to play Woodstock.
Woodstock. We'll
Yeah.
do it. Sounds like a perfect fit. Thanks,
Yeah.
Sarah.
You're welcome.
All right. Facebook Live. Oh, that was squealy. Hi, Facebook Live. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. Of course, the Wiki Corner brought to you by our friends at Niblack Foods
Yes.
in the Genesee Valley Regional Market. You use some Niblack seasoning blends?
Yeah, so what's really cool about Niblacks is that they always release like new products all the time, new different seasoning blends that like you're never going to see other places.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my favorite ones is Bob's Potato Magic.
Mm-hmm.
I've used it a couple times now. It's really good on potato wedges, like it roasted in the oven.
Yeah.
But they also have Miele's Fish Fusion. I think that's like one of their newer ones, the Fish Fusion.
I have
I
to
used
try
that.
that
That
one
was really
still.
good.
Yeah.
Kim's Maple Ginger Salmon Glaze, also one of my favorites.
Right.
And then, of course, Sarah Boom Boom's seasoning blend.
I don't know who that
Can't
is.
forget about that.
But I'm sure
right?
it's delicious. Yes.
Yeah, it is.
That's
really
and that's good. That's good on a lot of things we've heard.
The Boom Boom seasoning?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've used it on like roasted carrots and sweet potatoes and shrimp and pork. You can use it on a lot of different things.
And here's the thing, even if you don't know, if you're making something and you don't know what kind of seasoning blend to use, just go to Niblack Foods. Tell the folks there
Oh, yeah.
what you want to make.
Right.
They'll lead you in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Very helpful staff out there at Niblack Foods in the Genesee Valley Regional Market. Yeah.
So Alan says that Erie, Pennsylvania will have the Christmas version of the Spirit.
Oh, that's not far.
That isn't far.
I said that's not far.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
like- well,
I'm not driving there
I'm not
for
going to drive
Christmas
to Erie
trees.
for specifically for the Christmas store. But
But I think it's a good idea.
it makes a lot of sense.
You've got the space. The
Right.
holiday, it's not like it's 4 months away and you have to kill time. And it's a big one.
Yeah.
It's a
I mean,
big
there's
one.
already Christmas decorations on sale in a lot of places.
Yeah, because where else would you, like, when I think of I need to get supplies for, like,
Hobby Lobby.
exactly.
Hobby Lobby. Yep.
They got that real nice section. You go in, you hang a left right down at
Right
the end there.
Starting in like
Nice Christmas. Yeah,
July.
they start early.
They do.
They do. But the whole store isn't devoted to Christmas.
Right. True.
But they do
True.
have a nice selection there.
Yeah.
The candles for the windows, that's where I get them.
Yes. You don't do Christmas lights. You just do the candles.
I do
This is
Christmas.
classy.
I do Christmas tree lights. But I
You
don't do lights
like
outside.
on your house. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I get crap about that every year. The idea of standing on a ladder in the cold
Yeah.
just
Well,
doesn't sound.
you can do that. What a lot of people do in my neighborhood is those like lights that you put in your yard and they just
Shine the
shoot-
lights up on the house.
shoot onto your house. Yeah.
Oh, those good. Those good.
They look cool. Depending on like I couldn't do it on my house. I don't think because my house is too dark because it's like that dark blue color.
Okay.
So like I feel like it would
Huh.
not really show up that great probably on mine. But
I don't know.
if your house is a lighter color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alan says, "Come to Erie. We don't tax food or clothes." That is a good reason to go to Erie.
Does he work for the
No
Erie
tax.
Chamber of Commerce? What are you doing in Erie? Are you in Erie now?
You must be.
Wow.
I do love Erie.
Erie, PA. You know, I don't think I've ever stopped in Erie, PA.
No, we used to stop in Erie pretty much every time on our way to Ohio to see my family.
Really?
There's an Arby's in Erie that was a stop every single
Roast
time.
beef.
Yep.
The king of roast beef. Yeah, I mean, we drive by there going to Michigan, but never have we stopped
Yeah.
in Erie.
Yeah, we
Think
used to go
of
to we used to go to the Erie Mall.
There's like an indoor water park, I think, in Erie. Am I thinking of
Oh,
is that
I
right?
don't know. Yes, Alan says he lives there.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you for
Ah.
listening in Erie,
Oh, I gotta
buddy.
do this.
All right, you ready to go?
Yes.
Well, you got to give me my words. My words. All right, stand by. Here we go. Legends. Legends 1027, the biggest hits in the history of the world. It's Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. It's all of them. The song's called Woodstock. Sarah, do you remind us, why did we just play that record?
Well, because we were talking about Woodstock.
Yes.
Because it's Throwback Thursday, 1969. That's, of course, the year that Woodstock was held.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Sure was. Let's do three things we must take away from today's Wiki Corner. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Okay, Woodstock. Sorry, I was distracted by Facebook. Woodstock was one of the largest music festivals in history.
Everybody's distracted by Facebook. Come
so
on, Sarah.
sorry.
Jimi Hendrix was Woodstock's highest paid performer.
And the site is now on the National Register of Historic Places.
And you've been to the Woodstock
I've been
Museum.
to the Woodstock Museum. It's very cool.
Very cool. Okay.
They have a bus in there that is all painted, cool and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's a neat museum. Cool to see.
All right, very nice. Folks want to learn more about Woodstock, Sarah. Where do they go? What do they do?
Well, you can go to my Wiki blog. If you go to
Yes.
legends1027.com on the homepage, there is a link that takes you to my blog where I post everything I talk about every day.
Wiki Corner brought to you by our friends at Niblack Foods in the Genesee Valley Regional Market. Don't
Yes.
forget, you can always watch this live on Facebook every afternoon. You can watch it unfold. We saw some behind-the-scenes scrambling today, if you were watching.
Yeah.
You can also catch the archive that goes up on YouTube. Go to YouTube, and you can search out Sarah's Wiki Corner. You see the entire archive up there, and you catch up on what you missed. Wonderful. You back tomorrow, fresh episodes?
I sure am.
For the second and final installment of the week.
Yes.
We'll do it here tomorrow at 4:10. We've got ELO coming up. We'll do the spinners and a lot more straight ahead as we work our way to 5 o'clock and the legendary Drive at 5 on Legends 1027.